Gururaradhanadischa Guruh Paramadaivatam Guroh Parataram Nasti Kripalu Gurave Namah. Dear devotees, a worldly mother often turns her small child's attention away from her by giving her toys. She actually goes to the market and purchases toys with the intention that the child may get caught up in them and forget her for a while. Wealthy people have entire rooms and halls filled with toys from different countries of the world. The question is, why does a mother give toys to her child? Does she not love her child? No, she does, but she has many household chores to perform. And she has to take care of her mother-in-law, father-in-law, her husband, and her older children. A mother takes care of so many people. How difficult it must be for her. Suppose the mother-in-law says, "Bahu, bring me my glasses." She gets up to get the glasses. Just then her father-in-law says, "Bahu, pass me my towel." Now she runs for his towel. Just then her husband asks, "Where's my tie?" The woman becomes confused. Whose work should she do first? On the one hand, scriptures say, "Patireko gurustrinam." For a woman, the husband is the most important. She should always obey him. But then, the father-in-law is the husband's father. As such, her husband also obeys his father. Therefore, she concludes that she should serve her father-in-law first. But then, the mother's place is even higher than the father. Pitu Shadguna Mata. So she thinks that she should serve her mother-in-law first. But then the mother-in-law also serves her husband, that is the father-in-law. Thinking all this, the woman becomes extremely confused, flipping the pages of scriptures to make up her mind. It's extremely difficult to please everyone. And on top of everything else, her child starts crying. The older children also demand her attention. "Mom, give me some money for school." I wonder how it is that these mothers don't go crazy. They're going through all this not just for a couple of minutes a day, but 24 hours a day. And it's the same in every family. This is why Saint Tulsidas has said, "Griha karaj nana janjala, soi ati durgam shail vishala." The complications of a householder's life are like huge mountains. So the mother tries to solve some of the daily problems she faces. She keeps going any which way she can. She brings toys to the child to make him forget her for a while. While he plays with toys, she does work for her husband, in-laws, and her other children. And then she has her personal work to do as well. She has to bathe, she has to eat, she has to do many other works for herself. So the toys purchased by the mother are of 5 types. There cannot be a 6th type of toy. Why only 5, you may ask? Because each individual has 5 sense organs through which we take in the objects of the senses. The 5 senses of perception are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. We also have 5 senses of action, such as hands and feet, but these do not possess any knowledge. If you give your foot a toy, the foot will not become entangled in the toy or attached to the toy. But when the eyes see a rattle, when they see a toy, they like it. When the ears hear the sound of the rattle, they like it. The mind becomes attracted. There are and can only be 5 types of toys. This great big world we are living in is a toy that belongs to God, and this toy is of 5 types. What I mean is there exist in the world the subjects of the 5 senses of perception. You look at the world. Someone asks, "Tell me, have you seen that?" No. Oh, then what have you seen? Have you been to New York? No. Oh, well, you haven't seen anything then. The desire to see is so strong that you keep on seeing, and yet the desire to see is never satisfied. Creation is so vast that no one has been able to even understand it, what to speak of seeing it in its entirety. You have not even seen this planet Earth, which is comprised of merely 200 countries. Have you seen America? Yes, I've been there. What did you see there? I saw a little bit of the country. But you didn't see the entire country, right? Oh no, I haven't seen the entire America. Who can see each and every city, each and every neighborhood, each and every forest, each and every tree? Who can see all this? Who has the time to see all this? We live to a maximum of 100 years. And then again, this creation is vast. The planet we're living in is very small. The sun that we see in the sky is much bigger than the earth. The planetary system is much bigger than the sun. There are 3 billion suns in one planetary system, and these suns are thousands of times bigger than the sun that we know of. And there are billions of planetary systems and innumerable cosmic eggs created by God. How much can you see? How much will you see? There are some planets that are so far away that their light, traveling at the speed of 186,000 miles per second, takes millions of years to reach the earth. How far can you go? How much will you see? And then, let's suppose you've seen the entire creation. Still, you will want to see the celestial abodes. You will want to see Swargalok. And then there are various levels of Swarg, the topmost being Brahmalok. Beyond that, there is Vaikunt. Beyond Vaikunt, there is Golok. There is no end to places you can see. And the same can be said of objects you can hear, smell, and taste. There are 5 senses, and each has unlimited subjects. A poor man may buy only 3 or 4 toys for his child, whereas a rich man may purchase 100 or 200 or even 500 toys for his child. God is the wealthiest, and therefore his toy is so big that the person who plays with it gets so caught up with it that he's not able to get out of it. All right, but a devotee has a question for God. My Lord, a worldly mother brings toys for her child because she has much work to do. What household chores do you have to do that you have given us all these toys? You are sitting within everyone's heart individually. Further, you are the divine inspirer. You are all-pervading and you are ever blissful. Then why did you give us all these toys? First you give us toys and then you say to us, you are too caught up with toys. Therefore, you will have to wander in 8.4 million life forms after death. But Lord, don't you know that your toys are so powerful that with your exception, there is no one in existence who will not become entangled in them? These toys are collectively known as Maya Shakti of God. Maya is extremely powerful. Mame vaye prapadyante maya metantarantite. Gita, chapter 7, verse 14. God says in this verse, only the individual who surrenders to me and asks for my protection can gain freedom from Maya. Other than this, Maya does not leave anyone alone, be it Brahma, Vishnu, or Shankar. Maya is so powerful that no one except God can conquer it. Now God is going to answer. God says, I did not ask Maya to overwhelm you. I did not make you forget me. The fact is that your forgetfulness is of your own doing, and it is eternal. Bhayam dvitiya bhiniveshatasya disha-dapetasya viparyayo smriti tanmayayato buddha abhajetam bhaktyayikayesham gurudevatatma. Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 2, verse 37. This verse from the Bhagavatam says that the individual soul has always had its back towards God. It's not as if it turned away from God one day. Because of our eternal forgetfulness of God, Maya has us under its control. The cure for the disease of Maya is for the individual soul to turn around, turn towards God. The individual soul must surrender to God and turn towards God by practicing devotion. In this way, we shall be cured of our disease. Gurudeva Tatma. The Bhagavatam says that the individual must accept God and Guru to be equal and turn towards God through the practice of devotion. Once the child finds the real thing, he is no longer attached to his toys. You know that small children play with dolls, and these dolls may be made of cloth or plastic, and little children get the boy doll married to the girl doll, and children are very attached to these dolls. If someone snatches away their dolls, they scream and start kicking their hands and feet. But when the same child grows up, he searches for a real person to get married to. He no longer plays with toy dolls. Now he finds a beautiful girl, interviews her, and marries her. Now that he has found the real thing, he renounces the toys. In the very same way, when we come to understand that we are the soul and that only God belongs to us, that He is everything to us, then we will automatically turn away from the 5 types of toys in the world. Thus, we must understand that we are eternally turned away from God, and to face towards God, we must practice devotion. We will attain godly bliss through devotion. The world will then cease to attract us, and one day God will become ours, and we will belong fully to God. And Sada Pashyanti Surayah Tad Vishnoh Paramam Padam. This is the 6th mantra of Subala Shruti. It is also the 7th mantra from Gopala Tapani Upanishad, and is the 3rd mantra from the 8th chapter of Nrisingha Tapani Upanishad. The mantra says, by surrendering fully to God, the individual soul will become eternally gratified. Boliye Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.